Alright, cool. Hey guys. So this is going to be a video on how to move data from one scene to another. Essentially, it looks like this. Say you have a character right here that whenever the character touches this ghost, you gain 1 point on the score right here. But say you want that point to keep to carry on into the next scene when you go to step into this portal. How would you do that? Well, you would use a couple different tools to make this work, and one of those tools is creating a script that manages the points of the game, and then two, you create a way where that data is carried over from one scene to another. Here's how that's going to work. Right here, I have my character that can move around. I have a ghost that I'm going to use it so that whenever this character touches the ghost, it does something. Then I have a portal, which is going to allow me to move from one scene to another, and I'll show you what that looks like right here. It's going to allow me to move from the starting scene to the ending scene. So, here's what I'm going to do. Very first thing we'll do is I'm just going to go to the ghost, and I'm just going to make a script that whenever the player touches the ghost, it adds 1 point. I'm going to go here, and since I wanted to make it do something when I touch a trigger, I'm going to get rid of these because I don't need them. I'm going to get rid of this one. I don't need this one. And then I'm just going to do a void on trigger enter 2D like always. Then from here, I'm going to make the magic happen. I'm going to say, hey, if the object that touches this game object has a tag that's equal to player, I will, we're going to do a comment, add a point. Alright, cool. So, that's the basic gist of what's going to happen. The very first thing I need to do to make this actually work pretty good is I'm going to make a variable, a public integer variable called the score. I'm going to assign that to 0. Now, whenever the player touches this object, I'm going to set that score. I'm going to increment it by 1. And I want the text to actually appear in the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a reference to the text here in my Ghost script by first importing the TextMesh library, then making a public variable for that TextMesh object. And then here, I'm just going to set that TextMesh object, the text to be equal to whatever the score is, dot to string, like that. Very similar to things we've done before. When I save it and run the program, right now, when I run it, it will be sample text. When I touch this, the score, oh, it didn't do anything. That's because I forgot to make this object a trigger. Now when I do it, it should have worked. It didn't work. The reason why, because I forgot to make this player have a tag of player. And now it didn't work. What did I do? What did I do? Oh, it did work. It's just that I didn't assign the TextMesh object here. So I'm going to go grab the text which which is this right here. And I'm just going to drag it into here. And now everything will work like it should. Boom. Now the score is 1. Cool. Now, I have the score as 1, but I want to make it so that when I go to a new scene, that score is carried over. The way I'm going to do it, I'm going to create a empty game object that is basically a game manager. So I'm going to go right here, right click, make empty game object, and call it game manager. And inside the game manager, I'm going to create a script called manager. And this script is going to basically be the script that manages all of the higher level features of this game. So with this manager, I'm going to double click on here. And I am going to first just create a list of variables just for all the data I want to keep track of. So I want to first say, hey, make a public integer for the score. If I wanted to carry over some text, I'll make a public string for some text. so on and so forth. Whatever you want to carry over is what you want to put in here. From there, here's what I will do. I want to create a link between this Go script and this manager script right here. The way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go into this Go script. I'm going to go back to the Ghost here. And I'm up top here. I'm going to create another public variable. But this time I'm going to actually get the name of the script that I made right up here, which is called manager. This will create a link between the Go script here and the manager that I created up above. And I'll call this GM manager, like that. So now what I'm going to do is, since I made these variables public, I can access these variables inside of the Go script. So I'm going to go, after I display the text here, I'm going to go to GM manager, and I'm going to set the GM manager's score to be equal to this score, like that. So now I create the link. This will work out pretty good. I'm going to go back here. And just going to go here, link this here. And now whenever I touch this object, not only will the score display here, but also if you click on the game manager, you'll see the score was updated here as well, which is exactly what we want. Now, we're going to use this property called, there are two ways you can carry over information from one scene to another. One way is you can make sure that we don't destroy the game object when you move to a new scene. The other way is something called the player preferences. We're not going to get into that way. I'll show you the first way we can do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you what he looks like. Don't destroy on load Unity, and show you what that looks like. Uh, the method is called don't destroy on load, and then we just basically put, hey, what do we not want to destroy when we change the scene? What we're going to do is, let me see if I can find the example here. Let me just search for it. Destroy. Do, do, do. Cool. So you see right here, this is an example. There's a public class called don't destroy. And then they're using this method don't destroy on load. And you're saying, hey, what do we not want to destroy? What I'm going to do is I'm going to use that same method. And we'll say, hey, on update, I want you don't destroy on load. And then I will actually say this game object itself. So I'll say this dot game object. And actually, you don't need to do this all the time. I only have to do it once in update. But now with this script, when I run the program, when I move from one scene to another, and I'll just show you guys an example right here. Gonna just do the using Unity engine dot scene manager management, and I'll say, hey, let me do what was it? Public scene, new scene, and then I will do. I'm trying to remember how to transfer scenes. It is something like this. Let me actually remember how to transfer new scenes. Unity, load scene. That's what it was. Scene manager dot load scene, and then the name of it. Manager dot load scene, and then I'll just put the name of the scene with the index, which I'll put it as 1. I'm gonna go back here. Just gonna make sure I set everything up properly. Go to build settings, and then I will add in open scene here, and I'll also add in the scene over here. cool. I'm gonna get rid of this one. Alright, so let's see if this works. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna touch this ghost. I got a point. Make sure the point is showing right here. Nope, right here. Cool. You see that it's already saying don't destroy unload, which is good. So now when I go here and go to a new scene, that game manager script is still there and we still see the points here. That's exactly what we want. Alright, cool. So that's it for this video. Hopefully this helps out and I will see you in the next video.